Hey everyone, it's Sunday morning. Come with me as I drive home with high anxiety, teetering on verge of panic. And I'm gonna verbalize my thoughts and what's going on. The only thing that I'm gonna do is make sure I'm breathing from my stomach. I'm not gonna breathe from my chest if I can help it. Other than that, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna allow all these symptoms. I've got a tight stomach. I've got weird, bizarre thoughts that I'd rather not have. I have intrusive thoughts. I have intrusive images. I just dropped off my son. I always worry about, him there, but that's not what this is right now. This is like almost panic. So, as you can see, it's raining, and if at any point I feel I can't drive and make sure the other drivers are protected, I will pull over, which I'll also add has never happened. So I got a tight stomach. I feel like I'm gonna puke. Puke then, go right ahead. You can puke, it's fine. Have your tight stomach, that's not gonna kill you. Every single time this has ever happened to you, you have made it out of it. It's resulted in nothing. It felt catastrophic, and it resulted in nothing every time so far. So if you still think, oh, this is the time, yeah, it's really not a good chance that this is the time anything will happen. In fact, there's a better chance nothing will happen, because if the past is the best prediction of the future, then you're fine, because you've been fine every time. There's no reason to believe that this results in anything catastrophic. So you're not in any danger at all. You're just extremely anxious. You've dumped a ton of adrenaline into your bloodstream and cortisol, which is making you feel dread, doom, racing thoughts, negative thoughts, fearful thoughts, sick to your stomach, tight knot in your stomach, outside your body, floating. Catastrophic images. Each time you have one, this is what I believe anyway, it spits out a little more adrenaline. The adrenaline has to run its course. I've got all this fight energy, but nothing to fight. If anything, I'm fighting my thoughts and how I feel, so I'm going to allow these feelings. They're just uncomfortable. They're not dangerous. Just like Dr. Harry Berry, who's an awesome doctor, says, it's uncomfortable. It's not dangerous. If you just allow it, you'll get that whoosh, and then you let it wash over you, and then eventually it dampens itself down. And you may have to repeat that because, you may get a few whooshes, which has happened to me. So it's raining pretty heavily. I got my lights on. I could see everything's fine. I've done this drive thousands of times at this point. It's a very common route. So, it sucks to feel this way, but you are not in danger. Try your best to just know that it doesn't indicate a catastrophic problem. You're just extremely anxious, and you could be panicking. It could just cease out before you hit panic, which is probably what's going to happen for me. Yeah, so these symptoms, they suck. They suck. The thoughts I'm having are ridiculous. I have OCD pretty bad, which revolves around immoral things. I'll have immoral thoughts or whatever, then I'll start thinking, oh, you're this, you're that, you're whatever. But you're really not. It's just your brain, I think, throws things at you that you're afraid of so that you can be aware and make sure they're not a danger to you right now. There's nothing going on that would be dangerous. So, it still sucks. I've had an adrenaline dump one time where I felt it even in my face. Like, my face got hot. I got this weird metallic-y taste. It was scary. It was crazy, but allow it. Just allow it. If I allow it to come through me, it dampens itself down. You don't have to do anything with it. Don't interact with it. Like I said, the only thing I'm going to make sure that I do is make sure I'm breathing from my stomach, because I think your breath is a key piece to this. If you try to control anything, that's probably the only thing that I would think would be worth trying to control. I'm overweight too, so my stomach's pretty big, and that's probably not helping. But anyway, we're almost home, and I will do an update. But that's most of my drive back with verge of panic. So